Oh boy, I've been waiting to get to this one for a while.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, created by Craig McCracken, ran from 2004 to 2009 on Cartoon Network. It was about a home that housed imaginary friends after their creators outgrew them and allowed them to stay there until they could be adopted. The main characters include Blue, a little blob who's kind of an asshole, but he does have a heart, most of the time. His creator, Mac, other imaginary friends, Wilt, Eduardo, Coco, Mr. Harriman, and the owner of the house, Madam Foster, along with their granddaughter, Frankie, who works there. The show was funny, the characters were likable, and it's a creative premise with a great execution.
However, I noticed there were a fair amount of terrible episodes that can pretty much be summed up in one word: mean-spirited.
I think one thing I've learned from doing these reviews is that while I don't like stupid, I don't like contrived, and I don't like bad morals, the worst an episode can do is be mean-spirited. Yes, mean-spirited can be very funny, but it has to be pulled off well, and holy shit, this show didn't know how to pull it off well 90% of the time. Episodes that tried to be funny out of the misery of the characters that we had grown to love. I could have taken any of these episodes and done a review on them. Foster's Home from Make 'Em Up Pals, which was basically a Frankie torture porn. I Only Have Surprise for You, where Blue turns into a sadistic asshole for no reason. And of course, Everyone Knows It's Bendy, which while only 13 minutes long, has some of the most contrived, cruel, mean-spirited bullshit I have ever seen in a television show at all. All three of these were terrible, but one episode tops them all, and that is the Season 3 episode, Foster's Goes to Europe.
I saw this episode the night it premiered, and I was angry the rest of the night. So now I am going to share with you the complete amount of bullshit that is Foster's Goes to Europe.
The episode starts with Blue explaining the dangers of Europe.
A dangerous place filled with foreigners who don't even speak English.
They don't! Ay, caramba!
We get a lame French joke and find out that the reason they are going to Europe in the first place is because Mac won a contest.
Keep that in mind, as this will help you understand why this episode is one of the worst things created by humans.
Mac's mom doesn't know he goes to Foster's every day. The reason he had to bring Blue there in the first place was because she said he was getting too old for imaginary friends. So either Mac has told his mom he is going to Europe with total strangers, or he said he was going with his friends, in which she will want to meet them to find out if he will be safe, or he is going with his school, in which case she might be suspicious that there is no permission form or medical forms, since she might want to make sure he doesn't have any sugar since it makes him go crazy.
2 minutes. 2 freaking minutes, and this episode has already pissed me off. I gotta hand it to him. That's a fucking accomplishment.
Oh, did I mention Blue's voice is really annoying while doing that French accent? Like, nails on chalkboard annoying? Mac arrives and sees that Blue hasn't packed. Eduardo has packed a dozen cases filled with stuffed animals. Where the hell does he keep all those things? And Coco is scared of flying, despite being part bird and plane.
It's irony!
Blue, being the little dick that he is in bad episodes, doesn't want to go to Europe.
But Europe is rich in culture and tradition. There's tons of museums, plus the Eiffel Tower, Stonehenge.
How long are you planning on staying that you can go to at least 2 different countries? Mac does manage to convince Blue to go by telling him about an amusement park in Europe, one exactly the same as the one they have in town, and Blue begins packing shirts because the fact that he doesn't normally wear clothes makes this scene funny. Then we meet this thing. This is Eurotrish. She was never seen in any episodes before, and she wants to go to Europe since that's where she's from.
But now you take all of Foster's to Europe, and I see little girl who creates me and her mama and the papa.
How do you expect to find them in the vast continent of Europe? And they brought you to Foster's. As harsh as this may sound, that means they don't want you anymore.
I hate this character, because she is basically trying to guilt-trip Mac into taking her. Sorry, her sob story isn't good enough, and I don't care about her. Anyway, Mr. Harriman makes a schedule but forgot about time zones. Meanwhile, Frankie is teaching Madam Foster how to take care of the house.
You getting this? La la la. Oh, certainly. They play with otters on sunny days and girls' days.
Okay, 2 problems here. 1, why are you leaving this elderly woman who is clearly a bit of a loon to keep track of a house filled with incredibly crazy imaginary friends? And 2, Madam Foster is not an idiot.
Help.
Yeah, they died.
Mac tells Coco that she has a larger chance of being in an accident on the bus than in a plane, and she agrees to go. Gee, I wonder where this is going. Mac goes around a little trying to get everyone to the airport on time. Now you see, he's trying really hard to make sure that they can all get there and have fun. Meanwhile, everyone else is causing the problems. It gives all of our sympathies to Mac, even though I think the episode wants us to see him as an impatient asshole.
This is also important to remember to understand why this episode is one of the worst things created by humans.
As the others are finally ready to leave, Madam Foster's friends arrive for a party and Blue says he isn't going.
What about your ticket?
I'm going home.
Oh, shut up.
I must update these schedules immediately.
Why? You know, this episode seems to think it can create humor out of a situation we've all been through, where we are trying to get everyone around to go somewhere, but they take forever to get ready, and you start to get stressed, knowing time is of the essence. I guess it's trying to be a parody of road trip movies.
However, it completely ruins it with the ending of... Whoa, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh, and Coco's afraid of the bus. How did that happen? And seriously, she's been on the bus tons of times.
Mi familia in Europe. Today they're very far away.
Damn it, Great Aziel, what did they do to your voice?
Blue takes back his ticket, and now Mr. Harriman has to create a new schedule.
These are a lot of socks. Max said only pack the essentials. I only have 2 feet. I'll just take 2.
Oh, for shit's sake. Every character has become a moron or flanderized. Wilk gives Eurotrice his ticket, and it's at this point that you start to realize that an episode titled Foster's Goes to Europe isn't going to have much of Foster's in Europe.
Which is an awesome concept.
Hello, dearie.
That's disturbing.
Blue finds out that he will be able to do whatever he wants at home with this woman here, which begs the question, how dumb is Frankie to let this poor, dying old woman take care of a house filled with so many imaginary friends, some of them deadly?
Blue gave Paco his ticket.
You know what they have in Europe? German chocolate cake.
Because I'm going to Europe.
Sorry, changed my mind.
This is one of the most repetitive episodes of a TV show I've ever seen. And how did he know that she had a ticket? He gave his to Eduardo.
Tickets, please, tickets.
Please, Mac, I think I can...
No, you can't.
Okay, that was kind of funny.
Coco gets over her fear of buses, and after a bathroom break, lunch, and another bathroom break, seriously, how have they not missed this plane? They finally get to the bus, which isn't working.
Somebody sabotaged the bus.
Oh no! How are the gang gonna get to the airport? Will they...
Shut up, it's Coco!
She sabotaged them because... I don't know, she could have just not gone. Then she lays an egg filled with plane tickets for some reason, and it seems Eurotrice gets to go, but then Blue rips them up.
See what I mean by the show not knowing how to do mean-spirited comedy right 90% of the time?
You guys obviously aren't interested. Maybe Blue's right. There are more exciting places than Europe. But I thought no matter where we went, the cool part was we'd be on a vacation together. That's what I was looking forward to anyway.
Aww.
And it turns out they are all ready to leave. But first, Madam Foster has to give Mac a hug that lasts for about 30 full seconds.
Thank you, dear. Got everything I needed out of that hug.
Well, good. Now go!
Europe! It is like I always imagined it, no?
Blue!
Oh. Well, they finally get to the plane, which by some miracle hasn't taken off yet, and Mac grabs the tickets.
Grandma, we're home.
Oh, Master Mac, I'm most upset by your careless behavior.
I is muy disappointed in you, Senor Mac.
Usually, I can forgive anything, but I'm sorry. This is gonna take me a little while.
Real nice, Mac. Do you know how long I've been looking forward to this trip? I wouldn't give it up for the world. For the world!
Oh, fuck you, you little blue piece of shit.
Well, I guess I can't be too mad. I mean, it is Mac's fault he lost the tickets, so...
No, I got everything I needed out of that hug. I'm going home.
What? You mean to tell me we sat through this entire piece of shit episode and that's how you decide to end it?
Okay, let's start with the biggest problem. Madam Foster would never, ever do that to Mac. Yeah, she's a bit of a trickster, but never would she steal from this poor boy who has been nothing but nice to her and who sees a little bit of herself in him, just to take herself and her friends to Europe. This is one of the biggest examples of character derailment I have ever seen. Also, putting all the characters against Mac does not make it funny. You showed him this whole episode trying to get everyone to Europe, being the only person who seemed to have some form of a brain so that they could have a nice vacation, and then make him look like an idiot in front of everyone as they scold him after everything they did. I mean, look at that face. I want to cry looking at that. And what the hell was with that little dramatic moment earlier?
You would think the moral would be it doesn't matter where you spend your time as long as it's with the people you care about, but no, the real moral of this episode is that if you try to do something nice for your friends, they will annoy the shit out of you, not appreciate you, someone will steal your stuff, and then all of your friends will hate you. What the fuck kind of message is that?
Holy shit, an end credits scene.
I never saw this when I was younger. I mean, I was so angry I changed the channel right after I saw Madam Foster on that plane, so maybe this will completely redeem the episode. Maybe it would have all been a dream. Maybe Coco will shit out some more of those tickets. Seriously, what the fuck was the point of that? Or maybe Madam Foster will get some kind of comeuppance. Yes, this will completely redeem the episode. Yes, yes, yes!
Oh, here I am home at last. Oh, familia, let me in. Take me into your warm embrace. Stop the singing! Stop the singing! Why do you think we sent you away in the first place? I'm going to America.
Fuck you and die!
This is one of the worst episodes of a good TV show I have ever seen, and easily the worst episode of this show. Yeah, the other episodes I mentioned at the beginning were bad, but at least the characters the torment happened to kind of deserved it in there. Yeah, it was out of character because of shitty writing, but at least in those episodes, they were asking for it. Mac, on the other hand, did nothing to deserve the shit he put up with here. Maybe if the others didn't get to go, but Mac did, then it would be somewhat funny in an ironic sort of way. Instead, it's one of the most mean-spirited things I've ever seen. Add that with being annoying, unfunny, badly written, and just flat out boring, you get a piece of animation that is right up there with Chicken Little, possibly even worse.
There are good episodes of Foster's. There are great episodes of Foster's. Don't let this piece of shit dismay you from watching what was really, really good show. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go weep into my pillow for a while. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.